everybody, and welcome back to Secondary Herring and this SSSSSSSS. I don't know where I was going with that. Well, I do, but it doesn't work very well in practice. So, welcome to Secondary Herring and another Sim Saturday speed build. And today's speed build is an underwater house, and here, as per usual, I'm just giving you a little bit of a sneaky tour of each level and during each phase of day, shall we say. Anyway, so it took a bit of thinking, which doesn't always come naturally to me, to build and stuff. There is a video by the Sim Supply, and he did an amazing underwater house, and it looks so much nicer than mine. Yeah, anyway, basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to try and make an underwater house like they have in Dubai. So you've got a level that's under the water and like windows all around, so you can like see everything and all the little fishies and everything. And that's like the bedroom area. And then the upper levels, or the upper level, should I say, because I typically only have one upper level, is like the living area where the kitchen is, etc, etc. So it took me a hot minute. It took me a serious hot minute to try and work out what to do and how to make this, and to try and figure out how I should put it together. So the first couple of like clips and stuff of me trying to work out how to do this, I started trying to do it with the phantom making tool. I was trying to explain how I was doing this to my dad, and he was saying, you can't have a house underwater, and I didn't realise that he was just like messing about and stuff, and like, you know, with SpongeBob you've got houses underwater and everything. But anyway, that's a totally different kettle of fish. Anyway, so I tried to figure out how to do it. I eventually cottoned on to the fact that I should build the pool around the house, because Helen the Brainiac totally didn't think that you can't just build a house in the middle of a frigging swimming pool. So instead of trying to do it with the fountain, as you can probably tell, I was trying to do it with a swimming pool instead, and that started going okay. That started going a lot better than it previously had. At this point I'd completely forgotten that I wanted just one level and stuff, and it comes later on, but I realised that you actually need to be able to get into the frigging house. So I ended up having to make a little pathway into the house. Here I was trying to make it so that the patio thing was more above the water, but it was too high. I wanted it to be lower, and I also, again, I just wanted it to be the one level. So I was trying to do the patio and everything. There you go. That's me remembering that you need to actually be able to get into the fucking goddamn house. Anyway, so I started doing the patio, and I put like a little diving plateau thing from the Get Together expansion pack, and then yeah, I thought about doing like a little roof garden, as you can see, but again, partway through the build I changed my mind. I decided that I wanted to do a raised room sort of thing, So like sort of like a little attic sort of thing. So because there wasn't going to be enough space on the one floor for there to be the office that I wanted, the kitchen and the living area. And I just wanted the bottom floor where the pool is, or the bottom floor and looking into the pool, to be just the bedroom. So again, I would love it if these windows didn't have all the window trimmings around them, and that you could just have a plain window. Can we just please have a plain glass window, Sims and DA and everything? I mean, there are plain windows and stuff, but that's in CC or custom content. And again, with this build, I was trying to be very conscious of the fact that not everybody likes custom content like I do. Not everybody wishes to potentially risk their game with custom content, because yes, there are risks with using custom content. I mean, I get all my custom content, as you may know, from the Sims resource, and that's all supposedly tickety-boo. I did download a set of like furniture and decorative items along with some other stuff, and for some reason my game was crashing. My lord, The Sims 4 has just been seriously irritating me because it keeps making townies. It keeps making random families, and when I go and want to put the characters or the Sims that I want as my staff in my main sim, Athena's restaurant, I'm getting all these ridiculous townies and stuff, and it's just so irritating. So I spent a good hour, maybe 2 hours, making like 10 extra families, or 10 extra Sims, just like randomly and stuff, like random aspirations, everything, just making them really random. Can you tell that I'm making them random? Anyway, and it crashed, and it had been working fine before, but it just crashed, and I chalked that down to the mod that I'd put in. So here I'm putting in that extra attic space and stuff that I mentioned earlier. I was also playing around with having the bathroom on the upper floor, but I couldn't make that work with the stairs and the space that I had, so I put the bathroom underneath where the door is, but on the lower floor. Anyway, I also made the house wider, or I eventually made the house wider because it just wasn't wide enough. So I made everything wider, and then I switched out the windows that are on the back side of the house because I didn't really think that they fitted anymore. So I just basically did all the windows as the big massive clear windows and stuff. I didn't want to have the additional floor and stuff like I've mentioned earlier, but I wanted that, or I didn't want the height of the additional floor, should I say. I wanted the house to be quite small height wise, just like me. But there is no other way of doing the upper floor bit that I wanted without making that additional floor. So there you go. Anyway, so now I'm just starting the bathroom and the bottom floor. I haven't actually made the house wider yet because I think I make it like 2 squares wider or so. There we go. That's when I started making it 2 square wider. It just, like I said, it just wasn't wide enough. And I made it so that the pool was pretty much the entirety of the lot and stuff. I mean, landscape. I did the landscaping and stuff at the end. But I wanted the pool to be the majority of the lot and stuff. So I'm not that keen on the bedroom of this house, and but one thing I am really proud of is this bottom bit, or this kitchen and living room section. So yeah, sorry, brain fart. I had to break off recording the backing of this talky stuff so that I could go and have my tea. I edited out the little bit of the audio that had my dad shouting, "The chips are done!" because I had oven chips and pizza for tea. Because I'm classy like that. Anyway, so if I was to rate this build, I'm not entirely happy with it. Like I said before I broke off tea, I'm not entirely happy with the bedroom, because as you'll see when I get around to making it, after I've finished off the kitchen, it is literally just a bed and 2 sets of drawers. I am definitely more happy with this room, and I switched out those god ugly sofas and put in my usual angled sofas and stuff. I was trying to put in walls around the stairs, as you could probably have seen, because I wanted to try and put in a wall-mounted TV to try and maximise space, because it is only a small living space. But that didn't work because I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a Sims building genius, so I just put it on a little TV stand and then put like a little sofa there, and then I put in way too many bookshelves in there. Why do you need 4 bookshelves? Unless you've got as many books as I have. Anyway, so one thing I did forget to put in the kitchen when I was putting all the paraphernalia in the on the shelves and everything is that I forgot to put a sink in. And when I got around to doing the bathroom even on the bottom floor, which I'm going to be doing soon, I thought, I've not put a sink in the bathroom. So I in the kitchen even. So I put a sink in the kitchen. I'd have preferred to use one of the baths that was on a corner, one of my custom content baths, but because I'm intending on putting this in the gallery and stuff so that you guys can download it if you so wish, I try not to use custom content because 1, not everybody has the custom content that I have, and 2, not everybody likes custom content, as I mentioned earlier on in the video. So, just putting some seats and a table and a barbecue in the patio and shrinking the pool down just a little wee bit so I can put these hedges in to cover up those ghastly pool sides. I totally forgot that I could use the BB Move Objects cheat to put all the hedges together so there wasn't that big gap and stuff. Like I said, I wanted the edges of the pool to be covered because they didn't look very nice, and then I don't know why, but I had the brainy idea to put 4 of these big massive bushes in and stuff. I momentarily forgot how to make things bigger, so I had to Google it. But why did I put those big bushes in? They don't look right at all. I have no idea why I put those big massive bushes in, but there you go. I guess I just wanted something nice to put in corners. And then I started I started playing around with things that I could put the entrance to try and cover up the pool sides, and then some numpty realised that they'd forgotten to put stairs in the pool, because how are you going to be able to get in and out of the pool, because you can't just climb out of the sides. Anyway, so then I started playing around with the pool lights, because I'd completely forgot to put lighting in the house. So there you go. I'm pretty useless at sorting out pool lights and stuff. So thank God. I mean, most of the pool lights are too tiny, really, I think. So thank God for these lights that were introduced with the Get Together pack. Again, I was struggling with what lights to use in the main bits of the house, because I do prefer ceiling lights, but I didn't want to use the beamer, which is my usual light of choice, because I just didn't think that it looked right. So I ended up going with the snowball lights, which is the pun on IKEA, and then started trying to fiddle around, and then started trying to play around with like putting plants and stuff in the pool. Just had a little bit of variety into the pool, but that didn't really work. So, but there you go. Here is again the finished build. Like I said, I'm not entirely happy with it, but I'm not entirely disappointed with it. It doesn't look that great, looking at it in hindsight, but considering that I'm not really very good at doing creative builds on The Sims, it doesn't look as bad as it could have done, I guess. But if you really want to see a amazing underwater house build, then you need to go and check out the Sim Supplies underwater house build, and another amazing house builder sim YouTuber is Deligracy. She makes really great house builds, and she also makes pretty interesting sims. And as far as I know, the Sim Supply and Deligracy have series. Like the Sim Supply has a Rags to Riches restaurant series, I think. I've not actually watched any of it, but I know of it. And yeah, so, and I'm sure that they're worth checking out. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. I hope that you will subscribe and consider becoming a secondary herring part of the pond. And I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye! That was very Emma Blackery. Oh dear. See you later, guys. Bye!